get a signature done. But again, here they made everything bureaucracy. You end up paying some bribe and then only the registrar will register it. They made it much more complicated. When I have a simple way, my money is very simple. Without even go to registrar, I will have a bill writing.
So notary is also.
Notary also not required. It's a yeah, we were taught notarized, but legally it is not required. You can do a simple will, you can do it. Handwritten will you do. All that we need to do is sit together and put all the. Yeah, first thing is to know what I have, where I have, then how can take out, then those things. Then we can write that. Put where to go, home to go. We can do a separate bill session sometimes later. He comes from Delhi. It is my responsibility to get him here. We can do will writing. But earlier, Prabhu, when you said, Krishna, when we trust everything, Krishna, it's. I remember I was there in this Udupi, and we had in one satsang, and it is Prabhu said one thing there. It seems this is a real story which has happened. This is a place near Udupi called what is that? There is a place called Kumta. It is on Karnataka border between Goa and Udupi. There is a place called Kumta. Kumta town got flooded, and there was a Krishna Bhakta, and he is a tremendous believer in Krishna. And when the floods are coming in, nothing will happen. Krishna will safeguard me, and there is a. Then there is the government has organized the boats. He said no, Krishna will protect me, and he went to the first floor. Then then he went to the second floor. Then the floods have come. Then there is helicopters which are coming and pull them out because it's a heavy floods. And then finally I think we lost him. Then Prabhu said to him, all that he said, Krishna, you would have gone to the heaven and asked Krishna, you are not protected. Then Krishna would have answered to him. I mean, I sent the first, that boat I sent it to you, you didn't do that. And second floor you went, and third floor I brought the helicopter, you didn't come. And then this is where Krishna comes and says, you plan for your money, right? You have not planned for it. Yes. Then you can't beg it.
Yes. Nice. Okay. Hare Krishna. You. Krishna said you, yeah, that's what.
It's all
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. It is very much useful for the young and people who are in the services. Prabhuji, actually, from spouse safety point of view, whatever you purchase, whatever you invest, combinedly if you mention, suppose any land, any property, how far it is advisable?
No, joint account is easier on operations. It's any case, it's automatically gets there. Automatically. Joint account is automatically they gets there. That's always good for us. Even on the taxation angle, you have sometimes the benefit. I think sir is there at one hand. You get that benefit, on the taxation angle, and that is what.
One more.
Only problem there comes is if spouse and me, my relations are not going well, then I have.
Younger spouse, yes, younger couple should take care of that.
No, sir, I'll tell you, not jokes apart, this is the statistics. I have seen nowadays, I keep meeting people across the country. Even the divorce rate above 50 years also is becoming very high. Because compatibility, this question is not the age, not the something. Because we are busy with something else, which is you do not have a family focus. Today, you are like the way cockroach narrative, the cockroaches of narratives are there. People are getting like husband is coming to ISKCON, wife is going to the Malabar Gold. Then
Exactly. Prabhuji, one more question. Suppose one father, whatever he thought to give his daughter, gold money cash, he said in mobile and already given. And from that daughter, what he has to ensure, any essential to take already what else supposed to be given, already given.
what exactly you want to know?
Suppose the father has given a mobile and immobile property, so what supposed to give this daughter, he has given. And he has not written any will, something like that. And what he has to ensure from the daughter?
Nothing. He's probably, if he is still, his father is alive, better to write that will, because somebody else will come and contest tomorrow. Like today I would have given it. If for example, like in Indian context, most of the people, my son will get and everything. And if he don't want to give to the daughter will come and claim tomorrow he is not there. Likewise, it's better to write a will I mean,
Any affidavit supposed to take?
no simple letter will do, simple paper.
No, bill is letter, simple, okay. After giving some, everything to the daughter, what supposed to give. Other we have to, other he has to supposed to take any letter, I have received whatever I supposed to.
Not
take.
required, not
Not
required.
required.
Technically not
But
required.
will is the better.
Yeah, yeah.
Will is ultimately better.
Will is ultimately good. Will is better always. I mean, simple will is there. We can download and do it on our own, or we can organize that. It's will is required. Probably no. And for everyone, will is required. Even for somebody even just joined the job, you need to write a will because you don't know what can happen any day. It's better to write.
Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
While the mic comes, the will supersedes the nomination also.
Will supersedes the nomination. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So,
Only nomination will valid only as far as insurance is concerned. Investments nomination is not valid. Nominee got no right.
Hare Krishna. How many of your questions? Please raise your hand. I want to see. So because this session goes, I don't know how long it will go. Because we have everybody hungry. 1, 2, only 2 questions. Okay. 3, 4. Mataji, 5. Hare Krishna. 6, 7.
Anyway, Mathura
So quickly. Let's go. Who is first? You are?
Project. No, I have 2 questions. Number 1, you told lifestyle inflation, and you assumed that we are not affected by it, but that's not true. We are also very much tempted. On one hand, they are helping us to stay away, aloof, but still we are tempted. So, what do you think should be our approach of containing ourselves from this lifestyle inflation? Then I'll put the second question. If you...
Probably, Prabhu, it's a very difficult question for me. Because it's all individualistic. Even I am not a spiritual master, and it's all lifestyle innovation should contain us. It's like I look at it as a mindset. For example, I talk about myself as an example. That's the best way I can answer is I keep my own principles. Like for example, for upgrading the phone or upgrading the car, I will not do it until and unless it is warranted. How I decide that warranted is once that service period is over, then yeah, it is not serving me, then that is the time to get out of it. But I don't want to upgrade myself for the sake of upgrading. That's first principle and values. Second, I put always 3 filters for myself before I buy anything. Do I need it, and how much I need it, and if today it is there in Amazon sale, but if I wait for next 24 hours, I wait for it, still I will get the same answers, then I will buy. Because earlier days in India, we used to celebrate Diwali with for crackers, Holi with colors. But today India celebrates in Flipkart and Amazon everyday festival. And then it's a big challenge. I keep some filters for myself whenever I am doing new purchases. And second biggest filter I look at is it is it an expense or is it an investment? Still, if it is an investment, which is going to give me back something, I can take it, erode it, then there is no meaning. If I have to buy some gold, still I may go for it. Even temporarily it may come down, but it will go up kind of thing. But if I have to buy my mobile when it is not required, I will reduce it.
Yes, thank you. And in the slide you mentioned about right sizing the lifestyle to true needs. So can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, that is much more simpler. What are my needs today? Like, it's you have one car, you need to upgrade it. My public vehicle is required for a transportation. Mobile is required for basic communication. And if that is served the purpose, do I need to look for the luxury and luxurious for someone else? Whom I am going to impress myself? And right sizing some lifestyle is very much required. For example, I am staying in NCC, though I am a spiritual master, I am staying in Regalia, you are a spiritual, but still you need to maintain for society standards to some extent. That much is what is permissible, what is I can look at, and or another way of looking at simply on the financial planning side, I keep 5% of my extra money which is available. Like I put 10% for charity, 5% for the luxuries. I move from that fund till the time that fund is available. I use the fund is exhausted. I will not use. Khatam ho gaya. Yeah, it is the end of the chapter. That's the best way I can put. This is I earmark beyond 5%. I will not spend. Even for family, we will have family goal. We can keep the boundaries. We keep this 5,000 rupees for our luxuries, going to the movie, going to the food, going to the moment the 5,000 is over, we have to postpone for the next month. Then we will have an unknown discipline will come to us.
It's very
We
good.
avoid that.
Thank you.
I don't know whether it is right.
Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for this session. The valuable messages. So I have a question on your manifesto one. So you are saying execute steadily. What that mean? Can you elaborate? And in this, I found like from whatever the slides we are moving, I found this is a big journey. It's not so simple. And how consciously we can, without losing our discipline in finance planning, how do we can withstand? Like I want to hear from you, sir.
Hare Krishna. It is honestly, it is much more simpler. It is journey could be bigger. I mean, it's but you know, Hindi, there is a saying in Hindi, सफर का मजा लेना है तो सामान कम रखो. Similarly, for making your investment very simple, keep things very simple, limited. Don't invest in too many things. And you know, executing studies. I have 3 or 4 asset classes, 5 or 6 funds. I will not have buy everything and keep everything big and clutter. I should not create a clutter. If it is a clutter now, I need to declutter it. Then learn to get that decluttering. You know, but in Indian context again, our every Diwali we celebrate. Our houses gets cleaned before we invite Goddess Lakshmi on Diwali day. Similarly, our investments need to get cleaned. Even our minds need to clean. You know, unwanted thoughts, unwanted lifestyle, unwanted clothes. All that we can give it away. Then only wanted one will be available. Then execution will become much more easier. You know, like the traffic jams are happening not because of the traffic, because of the wrong parkings on the left and right. If you remove the wrong parkings, then right park will always be available.
Like fine, like this is withstanding for you after hearing like 1 hour of session. This is withstanding for a month or something. Again, we are losing. Maybe Kalyuk, this all thing. But how do we withstand? How we need to self motivate? Please, 1 minute.
Yeah, absolutely, Prabhu. That is the right for every one of us. It's not easy for it. All that we need to do is continuously maybe I can keep a cycle every 3 months. I can review my investments. And I have my family conversations. Even the family conversations, I can write 10 points to start with. And you know, these are the things we do. And there is a negotiable things, there are non-negotiable things. And not that we are making family life as a corporate life, but keep some boundaries are required. Today we are not keeping the boundaries. Today we are controlled. Honestly, if we can look at post-COVID world and now the post-AI world, it is going to become complicated if we are not becoming ourselves simple. And because there is multiple ways things will come. I mean, sorry to quote this cockroach. Last 10 days, even I know from the government intelligence what has happened. It's like anything can come from any side and people can attack because there is a narratives which are created. And there are ISKCON, we have 1% or minus 0.5% of the people who are coming. We need 50% of the people coming. Things will change. But then 95% of the people will come and attack. How we can protect ourselves? We need to be warriors. I was a RSS pracharak in my childhood. I mean, my college days, my Purvashram. And in RSS, one thing we taught is you need to be a self-sufficient, self-emergent. You need to be stronger inside. I can't be weaker inside to protect someone. I need to be stronger. So that's where the philosophy which we used to believe. And we need to become. And here also we need to be stronger. And to be stronger at home, only husband becomes stronger, wives become stronger, will be very difficult. And you have a child, young child got their own narratives, elder child got their own narratives, and each them. And we need to give the freedom, but we need to have the boundaries within the freedom. This is our family, this is what. After some time, people can choose what they want, but till the time we need to keep that boundaries. I personally feel nothing wrong. We should have a family goal and family value system and family dharma. It is like, one is a broader one, but if I am not controlling my own house, I can't control my country. It's probably keep that regular review system is the most important part. And it's that Sankalpa, Siddhi and Sadhana. The Sadhana is every day, Sankalpa is one day, and Siddhi is later day.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful session.
I have a question on one thing which you spoke about nomination. In my earlier before wedding, before marriage and all, the parents were the nominations. Then they change on the spouse and all. So what is the so you were indicating something at that time.
No, Prabhu, nominations we need to check, right? Sorry, I have interfered. You complete the question.
Yeah, you touched upon that nomination. You said what should be the correct, what should be the right nominations actually, because the parents cannot be, because they are getting, we are getting older, so they are getting much older and all. So the nominations and all we change actually, right? So what would be the what should we what would be the right ideal nomination for something you were indicating at that time?
The first thing, Prabhu, is will could be the right thing to start. I mean, if nomination, but bill is taking some time, then nominations we need to look at. How you need to go back and look at the nomination is first checking the nominations on each of this. My insurance policy is this three, then my investments this bank account, what nominee is there, we need to check that. Then coming back, if I'm writing today or 1 year later, say my will, if I'm writing, say as long as I'm alive, I mean, whenever I am not there, my first thing is it will go to my spouse. Say 100% to my spouse or 80% to my spouse. Then after my spouse is not there, it will go to my children, right? Then in that nomination order, I can either choose my spouse as a nominee, or some places I can choose my children as a nominee. Yeah, either parents is not advisable to be the nominee because we don't know when whatever will happen, and we believe it's like that's the way. Better is you can structure in that angle. It's nomination between whom we intend to give later, they can be the nominee. But first is to go foremost is check the nominee who is there today. And there is another issue which is coming today is whether nominee's name is as per your Aadhaar card. Otherwise they struggle tomorrow to claim your money. How they can prove that they are the person who you have nominated? And we need to recheck on that. It's better is that nomenclature is right.
So, whatever be the nominee, the will
Will overrule that.
overrule that. That is why you are trying to say that.
And one is, and second is after the will writing, better is list out all the things what we have a discussion with the family, and we should know that they should. That's always good for us. Even for us, like something we do not know. Like one is we always look at loss, losing the life, losing the memory, losing something else. It is and the kind of poison we consumed and poison we are consuming, our health is affected like that. And you can't get a good food today. I mean, food you need to struggle. When I travel outside, like for some time, I have to be very choosy, and right food is not available to you, and you feel like starving is better than eating.
Prabhuji, one more question actually. You investment into emergency and it may be investment into retirement or something and all. So you have not elaborated on that actually.
Yeah,
so is there any formula actually, how much to do for emergency and all, how much to into other buckets and all? You have spoken about buckets and all. So in the next session, maybe you can elaborate on that
I can do that. It's a elaborated session.
And one more thing, Prabhu, actually, one more thing, we invest, but we don't know how to come out of it. Okay, it's like Abhimanyu entering into that. So the right time to come out or right time to invest and all that we don't know, right? So that also if you can touch upon that would be better. That would be good. If you are planning to have one more session.
No, it's a fabulous question, Prabhu, and coming out is definitely difficult sometimes because we know somebody says you invest, when to come out is a very difficult question. And he said, when the steady execution, how I can do. That's where we need to have a review plan for ourselves, or we should have some financial coach or financial advisor who is trustworthy with us, who can guide us. That can have a regular family conversation. In fact, right financial advisor will help. He or she can be our advisor, where our family can sit together and we will have third party knows our things. Something happens tomorrow, she will come and she will address. She will do the execution for us. First part of it. Second, there are simple formulas for emergency fund, and I'm in my advice 2 to 6 months. in my advice, 6 to 12 months of our monthly, your monthly spending should be easily available either in SB account or liquid fund. For example, if I need 1,000 rupees every month, I need 12,000, if I need 1 lakh rupees every month, say 12 lakh rupees should be available to me easily liquidable, first part of it. This includes my insurance payment, my society maintenance and all that stuff which we need it. And so that we don't need to depend on my money temporarily blocked, it is not working, then I don't need to worry. This is emergency fund can be sufficient to serve my purpose. Here I am not looking at a return per se, here I am looking at a liquidity and easy availability. Return could be 3%, 4%, still my other money can grow. The third bucket money where I put it, it should go at least 12 to 18% kind of compounding where I can grow.
So emergency fund can be an FD.
FD withdrawal can be again a problem in our context. Is not there, you have to go to the bank, and liquid funds are much better. Take mutual fund, liquid fund, you can redeem online. Next day morning it will be credited to your account. Or a savings account will not
incur it.
Yeah. Or another way of looking at, if I am keeping 12 months emergency fund, 6 months emergency fund can be in FD, 6 months can be in other. So that that's I don't need it. Anyhow, it will grow another 3% extra. It will give. Other is available to me at lesser money. It's we use this principle called SLR, safety, liquidity, and return. My emergency fund should give a safety and liquidity. My middle third bucket will give it's a liquidity and return, and the last bucket can give as much return as possible.
Suppose
now you talked about the ethical financing. So whether the share marketing comes under ethical finance or not?
Sir, it's share market, capital market is definitely ethical, nothing unethical. If you are investing in some, you can have a principle where I cannot invest certain things of it. For example, there is for Muslims there is a Sharia law. They won't invest certain things. For Hindus, we have certain things, right? There is a cow slaughter, there is a company. I can't invest in that company. And if somebody is investing in that company, still I will not invest in that company. And or if it is if I tobacco company, I may not like to invest. And you can keep that, it's a way. But capital market is not it is not always a game of dicey or game of speculation. We can create lot of there. I can invest there. Even today, we are also getting social stock exchanges. Some of our ISKCON Sevas we can list in social stock exchange. I mean, share market, all that you should how you are investing. In share market, if you are investing, if you are trading every day, you are busy like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy, takes you nowhere. And don't do trading, start investing. Trading takes away your mind, your peace of mind, and your money. And if you are some of us in F&Os, if you are not understanding, but because somebody made money in F&O, and I keep telling there is a youngster I met recently in Chennai. This boy said I lost 38 lakh rupees in the market. He's an engineering 4th year student. I said, first thing you change the word, you have lost money. You have not lost your money, you have lost your parents' money. Fundamental crime you did. And second is you go back. It is not your money, right? Your parents' money you have invested. And second is you have invested in things which you don't understand. Third is that F&O for you. If you start investing and doing, you are investing in future and next you continue doing, there is neither a future for you nor there is an option.
And as a layman in the finance, we are a layman, sir. You are an expert. Can we have some template for the investment? Totally what you are told, real estate and financial investment, and so that we can. We are investing, but we are not wasting the money. But after your session, it is better to improve ourselves without.
Yeah, always. There is lot available on the net. When another 6 months, if you can wait, I have my Arthavita, which is available AI platform, and which is I am doing for young child to the elder. Even I am doing for a different. Like I used to work for Fauji's. I went to some 35 or 36 cantonments where Fauji started working. And how the Fauji boys can do it. Each of us, doctors out there, each of them I created, and I am doing it in 8 Indian languages. Because the money is understood not just English, right? I understand in Telugu, I understand in Kannada, that's the language which you speak.
And can we have some sessions on in our community and
we can plan.
Thank you very much.
Very
Around 7 years.
Okay. Lot of service.
Hare Krishna, done?
Sir,
One more.
so few words.
Yeah, content.
Yeah. What is the impact on compounding? You are talking about the compounding, right? So how do we consider that in the investment? Like,
So that
at
is the
what
one.
time? What time?
The compounding is every rupee what you are investing for the
Yeah.
long term it will work. It is like the power of compounding is the only thing which creates the wealth for us.
How this is going to show better inflation? You're talking about the inflation also, right? How at what extent it can beat that?
No, power of compounding is where you are investing is the first part of it. For like if you are putting you are taking the loan, negative power of compounding, right? You are losing. You are starting investing and longer the duration. For example, Warren Buffett, we talk is the world's one of the richest people. Warren Buffett, say if he's got $100 billion, but his wealth at the age of 60 is not even $10 billion. So power of compounding made it's every 5 years it is getting doubled. We're doubling the money we call, right? Now if you are at 30 years, you start investing. I gave one example. 5,000 rupees a day, if you 5,000 rupees a month you are investing for a period of 35 years. You are investing roughly around 15-16 lakh rupees. But it's the power of compounding made it 1.9 crores with a simple 8% rate of return. It's longer the investment power.